have my sister Catherine in the house. So, like I said, we are discussing and we will be sharing libations and liberation, a quilt presentation. Is there a Catherine and Bolly Green Johnson in the house? Hey sis, how you feeling today?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm amazing. I'm amazing. Always so good to see you.
Love you so much.
Love you more. I am gonna pass the stage off to you to do your thing. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, beloved. All right, everyone. So excited to be presenting and working with this team, this fabulous team for Juneteenth New York. It has been an incredible journey. Um, if we can go to the first slide, I just wanted to talk a little bit about how we came to be, to have how we approached this project and this work. So Athenia and I have been working together in community for a very long time. I think well over 10 years. And she's just always been an incredible inspiration to me, to my family, to the community that we work together with in East New York. And as I worked in the arts and she began to work with me as well, we just really had a common interest and a common love for community, and we're both in this work. And so when we were paired, we were working together in a organization and program initiative called Be the Tree, just speaking on the importance of Juneteenth and the importance of healing, the importance of us working together as community. She had the vision to develop a quilt with community participation. And so again, as visionaries as she and I both are, she wanted me to come on board and curate this process, and it has been a beautiful unfolding for us both. In talking further about the quilt project and how community can be really fully intertwined in our healing, we got to talking about the COVID-19 crisis and the pandemic, where so many of us in our community were affected, especially in Black and Brown communities across the country, across the world. And so my father, transitioning from COVID early on in the process, was really just sort of reeling and dealing with, grappling with the grief. And we decided to make this quilt in dedication to all those who have lost their family members to COVID. And so this is how the project came about. And then I took it from there, and we just really just layered on the love and the comfort that community needs throughout this process. And so just tell you a little bit about the quilt, and we can go to the next slide. So yeah, it's a beautiful initiative where we're coming together as communities to heal through collective action. With every stitch, we are generating growth. We are generating activities that will help to bond us as community as well. And it's just an enriching opportunity. And I'm going to walk you through how it took place throughout um, uh, its impetus. And we started this project, I believe, in March, so not a lot of time, but folks were so excited about the opportunity to share and come together. We could not do it. So I'll go to the next slide. All right. So myself, along with Cheyenne Mercano, met this young lady. She is brilliant and just beautiful. Spirit would have us meet with one another. So she's my assistant curator in this project, and she was able to help me pull together. You can go to the slide before. Yeah. So she was able to help me pull us together. She wasn't able to be here today for this session, but she was able to help us help me pull together all of this project, the aspects of this project. And it was just spirit led that we were able to meet with one another and reach out to community. And so we pulled together this idea of a healing workshop for cities across the country. And so, of course, here in Brooklyn, we pulled together a community healing workshop. And then we have another city that I'll go into later on that we also pulled into the fold because all of us needed this to be wrapped up and healed. And so, if we can go to the next slide. Thank you. So part of the process is we brought on community artists to lead and co-create what the healing workshops would look like. So for our Brooklyn location, our community artist is Ife Felix, brilliant, brilliant, brilliant artist. She lives in Harlem, but just fantastic. She does work all over the country. Quilting is her thing, but she also works in different textiles, and she's also a dancer, etc. She definitely has um, the energy and the vision and just the foresight to pull this through. And so we are so thankful for Mama Ife for helping lead the Brooklyn project through. And so we can go to the next slide. All right. The other community artist that we're bringing into the space is E.I. Robin Sinclair. I can't even explain how powerful this woman is. She will be designing the altar spaces where we would do presentations for the quilts. So on Sunday, if you are free, make sure that you come on to experience so many pieces of this Juneteenth festival. Of course, there's the performances, there's the food, there's the vendors, there's just a myriad of things that Athenia and the team have put together for to celebrate our liberation. And so, part of that journey, part of that process for the day, yeah, Robin will be opening the ceremony with libation. And so, libation, if you're not familiar, it is a way, it's a ritual that we practice traditionally. Well, across the world, many people do different forms of libation, but from the continent of Africa, it is something that we do to honor our ancestors. And so she will be doing an ancestral tribute in the form of libation to open up the space, open up the way for us all to experience and not forget, because sometimes we can get immersed in activities and things like that and not remember like why we're coming together and whose shoulders we stand on. And so she will bring that ancestral memory to us and to have us call out the names of those that we've lost over the years, and community ancestors as well as our own bloodline, to make sure that we lift them up and we venerate them in this process. And so that will be her contribution to the festival. But then she will also be creating beautiful altar spaces in front of the quilts. So when you come to the Juneteenth festival, you will find us right next to the stage. I believe stage left. You'll find us to the stage. There were three tents, sorry, to the left of the stage, and what you will find are the quilts. And as you will go inside to hear the recordings of the families, messages that they have left for their loved ones, and you'll be able to experience the quilt. You will be walking into a sacred space that is co-created by Ia Robin, and so in our team as well. So you will be fully immersed in this moment to reflect, to meditate, to remember. And then you will also be invited to participate in the activities. We will have squares of fabric available to those who want to participate in the project and leave a prayer or a poem or a message to a loved one, or maybe it wasn't someone close to you, maybe you knew someone that lost their family member or you just want to send out a message of love and healing to all those who've lost loved ones to COVID. But you will be able to participate by leaving a message on that square. And we will save those for the next iteration of this project, because this will not stop here. We're getting calls from so many places, so many cities, to do this project with them as well. And so you will be part of that process. And you can go to the next slide. And so our beautiful partnership with the Brownsville Heritage House. The Brownsville Heritage House, Mama Miriam opened her doors to us to conduct the workshops in. And so we were able to have community residents, our neighbors come in and share their stories of loss, share their stories of love, share their stories of hope and legacy. And Mama Ife led us through the definitions. Well, one, the history of quilting, right? And how we as a people, as an African people, used put messages inside of quilts for those who were looking to escape slavery. And so she led us through all of the different variations of symbols, and how folks would hang them on the clothing line in order for whoever is passing through to see the message, whether it was, go north or go to the water or whatever it was. These brave individuals who were seeking freedom and their liberation were able to learn of directions, right, of where to go through the quilt. And so she led us through that activity, and we did some beautiful paintings and drawings on traced fabric to keep with us. Everyone was able to take that home and take that message home and place somewhere near and dear to their heart, to remember stories of liberation, and our own liberation from, mental slavery, right? We live in a world where things are in a way as such that we can be conditioned, sometimes boxed in, held down, and not even know it, like unconsciously. And so using these symbols at our forefront to keep as a reminder to continue to continue to not only liberate yourself and work on your own self-healing, but also to remind others in our lives to focus on liberation of our people as well. And so we thank the Brownsville Heritage House so much for opening their doors. If you have never visited them, please make your way to the space. It is located in Brownsville, Brooklyn. It is museum-esque. It's a place that they have preserved our history, so you can see old washing boards that we would have used, memorabilia, news articles that have been saved and preserved through time, artistic works, just reminders of who we are. I was going to say who we were, but it's really who we are and whose shoulders we stand on. Mama Miriam and the others who have started the Brownsville Heritage House have come a long way. These folks in that community have advocated and fought and made sure that they've stayed in the space and that not being pushed out, because that has come to task. They've had to fight to make sure that they stayed in the space and not be pushed out of the space as well. And so they've done a tremendous job of liberating, right, our histories, and not having it tossed to the side or dismissed and erased. We deal with a lot in our walks in this culture with erasure, erasing our past, forgetting about what happened, right? We hear that so often. It's like, let's not focus on, what happened back then. And, and while I understand why that could be, but that also shapes and frames and dismisses, it shapes and frames who we are as a people today. And it also dismisses the struggle. And I find inadvertently it gives a pass to those who have inflicted harm, So, we need to make sure that we address all of those things and not just walk away from what has happened. So, Brownsville Heritage House encompasses all of those things as a reminder, but also just about it's just a beautiful reminder of our legacy and what we can grow to and what we build to. So, we thank you again so much for opening your doors for us for this project. And we can go to the next slide. And our next community partnership, near and dear to my heart. So we searched high and low to find partners to construct the quilts, and we landed on. Ooh, this is wrong on the slide, but we landed on the Brooklyn Quilters Guild. It is a dynamic group of folks in downtown, in the, I guess, like the downtown Brooklyn area, but they come from far and wide across Brooklyn. And this group meets monthly. They have community gatherings, and they do volunteer projects. They do projects for hospitals. They do projects for local organizations and national organizations, but and mainly they come together because of the love of this craft. And so I was just floored when they said, yes, we would love to join in this project. This is something very important. This is something that we are in alignment with, and we'd love to support in constructing it. Um, Mickey Siegel is the person who reached out to me after just a random email to their info box, and she got back to me right away with the deep interest in this project. And so walking through it, it was a long journey, and I was just floored to see the results of what they constructed and what they put together. They had an annual retreat that they do every year for the quilters, and they use our project as their focused work for that retreat. So just uh, I don't know, I have no words. Just folks who really open up themselves in this way is quite special. So I really just hats off and thank you and gratitude to the Brooklyn Quilters Guild for helping us bring this project to fruition. And go to the next slide. All right. So the next group that came on board to do the workshops with us and construct their quilt is a group out of Toledo, Ohio. Sister Kathleen Greeley, just a powerful sister out of Toledo. Texted or called me, and she had heard about the project through Athenia, and was like, I want to be a part of this, and we need this in Toledo. And I have beautiful sister elder sister by the name of Mama Diane Gordon, who is a master quilter, has written several books, and I want to bring her into the fold. And so we had an initial conversation, Zoom call, and did she blow me away? So if you can go to the next slide. So this is Mama Diane Gordon. Again, an incredible artist and quilter. She has written a few books. I can put them into the refer everyone to her books around quilting after this presentation. But Mama Diane is very serious about her work. She's also exhibited across the country. She definitely holds Toledo close to her heart. She's a community activist and advocate, and she just brought so much education to this process. So as we met as groups, the community artists and community partners via Zoom for about 4 sessions, just the knowledge base that she brought to this project was just, yeah, and just really incredible and quite sweet, and just staying on top of everything. So her healing workshop that she can put together was like no other. They had at least about 20 folks who were in attendance to pull together the quilt pieces. That was a very healing experience. They had performance as well, and the space that they used, the Frederick Douglass Center in Toledo, opened the doors to allow for this project to take place and shape. And so we thank you so much, Diane, for your expertise, for your love, for your mentorship, leadership throughout this journey. And with that, we can go to the next slide. And excuse the noise in the background. And so, lastly, thank the community partners out Toledo. And I can't everyone here, but you all can see who to thank in this slide. These folks are no joke. They pull together, they pull up together. I can't wait to get to Toledo to meet the organizational members because they really supported Mama Diane throughout this journey, and Kathleen throughout this journey. And so again, my hats off to the Toledo team. And yeah, I'm looking forward to doing more with them as well. And we can go to the final slide. I think there's one more. And if not, I can just talk. All right, I think that is our final slide. Yes, awesome. And you can take the screen share down. Thank you so much. So, I'd love to share. I'd love to ask any questions and answer any questions that the audience may have. So, if you, yeah, if there is, I'm not quite sure how this works, but we can answer any questions that you all may have about this project. I'm happy to answer. Hey, Jane, are you on mute?
There I go with my favorite talking on mute. Yeah, I'm sitting here communicating with Kim, just checking to see who's up next, how she wants me to wrap. Let me check and see if
Wait, you
there are
froze.
questions in the comments. No questions at this present time, but you know how that happens. People will watch the replay and questions will pop in later. And I just want to say, I want to commend you, sis. I know how much this project means to you. I know how much our community, not just the world alone, but our community personally has lost in this last few years. And I'm seeing you find a passion project that is aligned with who you are as a human being, what you're doing in the world, the type of work that you do, and channeling that energy to that space, and also doing what you do best, serving and helping others. I'm just honored to know you, and I'm proud of you, and
Thank
keep up
you.
the good works.
Thank you, thank you, thank you for that. Yes, and I thank you so much because we went through that together. We were working together at the top of COVID, and just like the world and you also experienced so much loss throughout that time. And so it definitely has bound a lot of folks, right? In so many ways, it's been a spiritual marking that we can't forget, but it's also an opportunity for us all to get to hold hands and to work together to support one another. And that's a tremendous part of healing. And so I thank you too. I really thank you.
I love you. All I could say when you were speaking about the tents and them being to the left of the stage, I was like, I can't wait to break my neck to get to those tents, to one hug you, to see E.I. Robin, and to get to see her in person. I feel like I've gotten to know her so much more. I had met her a couple of times in person before, but through Woo Nation growing so big. And if you folks don't know about Woo Nation, check it out. Look for it on Facebook. It's an amazing community, a great healing space, and a place for a wealth of knowledge and tools to cope, deal, and heal. And that is one of my passions, helping others cope, deal, and heal. So I just can't wait to put my arms on you, my hands on you, set my eyes on you, and I want to get my piece in there. I can't wait to give my and to see what spirit gives me to be able to pass down the line for someone else, and just to, like you said, be a part of the project, be a part of history. We are literally making history today. We're making history with this whole entire being in Athenia's arms and under her umbrella of her circle of love. We're making history, and it's an honor. And I'll just say, I've been like, they played this video about Juneteenth, and it has like opened up this wealth of emotions that are in me, that it feels so good to actually be at a space in life where my emotions don't break me down and don't shut me down, and I can actually push through them and still show up and do what I came to do. So thank you for being a part of this version of Jamie that sits here and the creation of her. And thank you for being with us. Let me see what's up in this chat over here. Ah, all right. So, Catherine, is there anything that you'd like to share with the community before you depart us today?
Yeah, just please make your way out. Come support this incredible event. We are a collective of beings, so we have to function and walk collectively. Please, please, please make sure you support the Sister Athenia and the team and this work so it can continue, so we can continue to talk about the legacy, so our children know what it is about. And yes, again, we want to celebrate, we want to, do all of these things, but we also want to make sure that we remember. And so please, please just keep that top of mind, front of mind, back of mind, all of those things as we have so many options throughout this weekend. But Juneteenth, New York is going to be something spectacular. So I hope to see you all then. Again, thank you so much for sitting the seat of gratitude. Again, I want to thank my co-curator, Cheyenne Marcano, and the community artists, Mama Ife, and Mama Diane Gordon, Kathleen, Brownsville Heritage House, Brooklyn Quilters Guild, all the people them. So we thank you, and I'm complete.
I love all those people. I'm going to echo and say my sister's name out loud and proud. Yes, Miss Cheyenne Marcano, I am so proud of you too. Keep up the good work. You bright light in this world. I love that girl. And I hope to see her on Sunday as well.
Yes,
Um,
you'll be there.
Listen, this weekend cannot, it's like getting better and better and better and better. And just your mention of the growth of Juneteenth events, it's like, whoa, 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 whoa. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Everybody got to get them some and have some love. But I'm just like, I wish I had some copy of me to send a couple of different places, especially that everyday people party. Anyway, loves, thank you for being here, and we'll see you next time, because I know this project is only beginning, and that you'll have more to share as it grows, and you continue to go on. See you later.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Later. See you Sunday.
All right. See you then. Can't wait.
Peace.